viewers. Hello, only me. Good to see you all live on the old YouTubes. If you're watching this later and you're thinking, I can't commit to an hour and a half of stream, I will recap in tomorrow's episode as well, but we're here live for your viewing pleasure. So much has happened in the pre-season. We're in the 24th of July and we've got a couple of weeks before the end of the season. I thought today's episode, why not do a little bit of live transfer business as well as maybe, I mean, friendly-wise, I don't know if I'm going to do them or let my assistant do them. I usually let my assistant do them when they're sort of just money-making exercises like they are generally, and then we crack on with the Vanarama National. Yes, good to see you. This is actually a live stream. I accidentally went live on Twitch the other day when I was recording this, so that went well, Ben. Well, good, well done, you. I can see over 400 of you have tuned in already live. So hello, chat. I will be trying to look at you as and when. There's a little bit of a delay on it because YouTube's YouTube, I guess, but we'll see how we go throughout the rest of the stream. So if you've got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them, and I will refer to the question, people watching on the VOD, so you know the context of what on earth is going on. Right then, you can see from our pre-season it's going all right so far, and yes, transfer business has happened, but there needs to be a bit of an announcement early on. Let's put some music on as well. Let's enjoy ourselves in the background of this. Hopefully it'll be loud enough for you to actually hear it. It should be okay. This is the bad news. Oh, viewers, can you believe it? He's gone early. He's gone early. Minivan has left. I say left. He just didn't want to sign a new contract, which I thought was bizarre, considering I could offer him a full-time deal. But he's left us. I mean, we'll start by looking at where exactly he's gone, shall we? I mean, he's still called Minivan, luckily, but it's not what you want, is it? He's off to Kingstonian. Yeah. I guess so. I might be wrong, but I think Kingstonian, whereabouts is it? I feel like it's not. I don't want to guess and be wrong, but I feel like it's not a million miles away from where Wimbledon is. Yeah, makes sense. All right, well, these things happen. Minivan's left already, early doors. Can you believe it? Shocking. He's not even captain. At the moment, we're captainless. I've just not replaced him. But let's talk you through then a few of the transfers that we've brought in since we last met. So of course, if you missed yesterday's episode, go and watch that first. Pause this, watch that, come back. You can watch it later on, because otherwise you're going to be well behind in terms of what actually occurred. We got promoted. I mean, that's the spoiler, everyone. But you can see already then a few players have been brought in. Let's first look at who's been released though, because that gives you a better idea of what's happening. I mean, unbelievable. Sean Miller, who we brought in and never really played, has left the club. Maxwell Statham, who joined us, a pretty good centre-back, but has now had to move on because he's just not at the level anymore. What? Oh, dear. Luke Pennell has gone as well. Decent little centre-back, actually, but yeah, just didn't really fit the level anymore. You'll see when we brought a few names in. They're not too bad. And the rest of the names, I doubt you're even familiar with, so whatever, frankly. Brian Little and Garrido have left as well. Players that we brought in and never really saw the best of or used at all last season, so again, whatever. And it's time to focus then on the ins. I did tweet one out as a little bit of a spoiler, but Callum Goodwin has joined us. Can you Adam and Eve it? At 22 years of age, for those that have played lower league saves, you'll know that he's a bit of a fiend in the lower leagues. Manchester United never really give him a chance, so we picked him up on a free transfer. He played like non-competitively for them his entire time and never actually featured in the first team. So we're happy to oblige, and hopefully he'll be a star for us. A few people speculating whether that mean if that will mean a change of system. No, it won't. You'll see why as we run you through the system in a moment then. So let's go through the rest of the boys then. We'll start with the guy who've bought for £3.1 thousand in Iker Pozzo from Manchester City. I just think a very solid individual to play in that sort of defensive midfield role. Since he's a natural halfback, I doubt we'll use him as a natural halfback. I think we'll probably just use him as sort of a deep line playmaker, defensive midfielder, similar to what we've used before. Hopefully you've been keeping up with the series, so you know what I'm on about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, really well rounded, right? Really, really good. Lots of 10s in there, a few greens, light greens, bright greens. So happy enough with that. So yeah, I mean, to get him for such a cheap price, I think at this level of football, he's going to be a bit of a star for us. I mean, that's the dream and hope, right? Charlie Oliver from Exeter on a free transfer. The next one, I mentioned that we'd improved some of our centre-backs, and this is an example of that. He's not just got the classic heading, marking, tackling, and decent physicals. He's got some quite good mentals as well. 14 composure, pretty good. And yeah, physicals very, very good as well. 6'1". Everything you look for in a centre-back, really. He's been around a little bit. Again, came from the Manchester City Academy years ago. And, yeah, we've snapped him up. Charlie Oliver, welcome aboard. Now, the next one. Good news, everyone. Harry Wright has returned once again. He's signed permanently from Ipswich. He's not got the greatest star rating, so ignore the star ratings on this occasion. But after last year's performance, 42 appearances, 24 clean sheets, and only 28 goals conceded in those 42 matches. Got him a 6.9. We're not going to talk about goalkeeper ratings. But Harry Wright back in the side then. And I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think it's a decent acquisition. And of course, because we're in the non-league, there's not really a transfer window because I can pick up free transfers whenever I pick in like. So that's quite comforting. So if our goalkeeper is needed upon, we can always get a new one in. That's essentially what we've done every year. Now, this is where things get a little bit more exciting. For those that are familiar with the lower leagues, you might be familiar with a few of these boys, to be fair. A few of the names on the list, the likes of Aaron Akuma, I think that's how you'd say it, Adam Phillips, a few people might know the name of as well as the Burn. I mean, let's go straight to the Burn. A player that we've had before. I can't remember if in the Salford story he was the Fire or the Burn. Regardless, we've gone with the Burn. His real name, for those that are curious for it, Jonathan David Byrne. JDB, we'll call him from now on. I just think he's a really nicely well-rounded defender for this level. Really good mentals as well. I think he started at Middlesbrough, did he? Or Sunderland and Middlesbrough in the North East. And we've brought him in. I mean, just really good. 6'4". He's everything you'd want at this level of football. I think we've got ourselves a good defender here. I'm excited to see how he gets on this year. Hopefully, he'll be a key part of our side. Great leadership as well for his age. I'm really pleased with that. So the Burn's in. Let's talk about George Penny, because George Penny, I think, is one of the more exciting transfers this window. Regen, new gen, whatever you prefer to call them. Look at this bad boy. Oh yes, we've all got Alabusi. Alabuso, is it? Alabusu? Oh, see, it happens live as well. What a problem. George Penny, 18 years of age, winger on that left-hand side. Released from Liverpool after being a regen in year one. And I like him a lot. I mean, his crossing and dribbling need a little bit of work, but he gets into the opposition area. Very, very quick. Decent mentals, in my opinion. Good technique, work rate, and stuff like that. So, yeah, great agility. Pace-wise, very, very good. And he might complement our team nicely on that left-hand side. I'm pretty chuffed. George Penny. Lovely stuff. Happy with that. I think that's a good little transfer. What do we think, chat? George Penny. Good. In for a penny, in for a pound. I think he's decent for this level. Right, moving forward, or moving down the list. James Sayer is another one we've brought in. Similar situation to Penny, really. He plays out on that left-hand side. I wanted to bring in more depth out there. As much as we love Jordan Slew, I don't think Jordan Slew is like a long-term sort of player for us necessarily. So James Sayer, he's in the under-23s at the moment, as I've still got Slew in the first team. He could very much be a first-team player by sort of 10 games in. Nice potential. On a free from Everton. Thank you very much. This is basically how you've got to play these days, is get these cheap players in from Premier League clubs that aren't wanted anymore. Mentals are to be desired, I think. But yeah, again, pacey, good crossing, good dribbling. Like him a lot. Again, could easily be in the first team in a few episodes' time. Aaron Akuma at the back. Defender. Brought in, again, free transfer from Norwich City. Played a lot for them in non-competitive action, sort of under 23 games. But I think we've got ourselves a good defender. We've brought a few defenders in, and this is one of my more favoured ones, I think. Physically very good, 5'11". I mean, maybe could be a bit taller, but jumping, reaching, heading, okay. Both at 12 for this level is absolutely fine. And yeah, mentals, technicals are all okay. Avoids using his weaker foot. Is that a problem? Maybe. I guess it's fine. Not a problem. Right, young boy. There's a guy in the chat here, viewers, for those in the VOD. He just trying to make a mockery of himself. So what we're going to do is put him in timeout. So he's going to learn his lesson, not be a knob when he comes back, and we'll all get on just fine. Don't do it again. There's rules. Right. Moving down the list, Callum Goodwin, of course, we talked about already. You can now see just how good Callum Goodwin is compared to like all the other players in the side. It's pretty ridiculous. I don't really know how we've got him. He's going on a 3-year contract as well. I think Oldham were interested. They were the only other side interested in him. We offered a fair amount of money. You'll see the disparity in that in a moment. I'll show you. But let's keep going down the list. Callum Evans, right back. Of course, losing Minivan meant we had to bring in a right back. And right back's actually very difficult to get a hold of in this save, apparently. A bit of a bother, really. But you can see, physically pretty good, mentally all right. And yeah, marking, passing, tackling. He should be fine. As a right back this season, I think he'll do a good enough job. I don't expect wonderful things out of him, just to be solid week in, week out. Much like Minivan was. Never forget. I mean, never forget. But whatever, these things happen. You can't hold on to all the ones you've lost, viewers. If we could, it'd be a lot easier. Right then, going down, Adam Phillips. Now, this is where I think things are getting very interesting. Our midfield is stacked enough as it is, and bringing players like Adam Phillips in only makes it stronger. Liverpool fans will probably be familiar with the name. Even Norwich fans might know who I'm talking about. I spent a few years at Port Vale in League 2 and not really cut the mustard, it must be said. But I've got to say, joining me, I think we've got ourselves one hell of a player here. Some really nice technical attributes. First touch, passing technique, all very good. Mentally very solid as well. 23 years of age, can play in a more advanced area or in the centre of midfield. What do you think? Adam Phillips, are we liking that? I think that's good. I think it's very good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Am I allowed to link some of my music in this chat? Greg's out here promoting. I don't know what's going on here. He's got CDs under his arm. He's ready. What are you doing? No, not at the moment. Do it later. Tweet me. If it's good, I'll retweet it. So they're the ins. Now, we've still got money to spend. We've not spent any money. We've got 1.1 million left in the transfer budget. You can't really spend it. So it's all well and good having it. There's not a great deal I can do with it. In terms of wages, we're already breaking the bank with those. So I might have to move a few bits and pieces around. I've been trying to get a few players in as well that you'll be familiar with. That we've seen in recent series, or recent episodes, sorry. Like Aggie, I was desperate to bring in. Still a free agent, but it looks as if he's going to go elsewhere. He's wanted by some slightly higher up clubs. So I don't think we're going to get him back. And there's a couple of guys I'm looking to bring on loan to the end of the season from Barnsley and Scunthorpe. Hulch Kershaw up front. We are quite strikerless at the moment. That's the one area of the pitch where we don't really have a player. And team-wise, this is what we're looking at. Oh, someone's donated to the stream. A Jelly Snake Rebel, thanks very much for the £2 contribution. Do you know what? It catches me every time. I forget you can do it on YouTube. Because I'm not on Twitch, I get very baffled. But thank you very much. Much love to you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right. So, striker-wise, we're still in need of something. System-wise, I'm going to stick with what we were playing last season because I think we were really good at it. I've changed the winger role on the left-hand side to a winger instead of an inside forward, which it was before with Slew. So Penny's going to play out there on that left-hand side. I think it's a decent thing to do. Do you know what? The guy in our was it under 23s? Oh, ding, ding, ding. Zach Rogers. I'll show that message. I don't know why I wasn't allowed. I think we should bring James Sayer straight up into our first team. I think that makes a lot of sense. We've got some good potential for a few of these kids, but whether they actually live up to it, I mean, a long way to go for some of those boys. We still don't have the star striker that I need going into the season. We still have a lot of players that we had last year, to be fair. Not a massive amount of change. You can see from the wages, though, that Callum Goodwin on nearly 3.3k a week is on far more money than anybody else. But he's on a long contract, he's worth some money, and you never know, we might be able to sell him on for a profit, which I would be okay with. Hopefully he's a star for us this season. I'm going to play him in a slightly deeper Mazzala role, next to Lawrence with Brookwell in there as well, and defensively, we'll see what happens. I mean, this could all be subject to change in the upcoming weeks as well. Like, as I say, I can bring free transfers in whenever, so there's no real pressure on me to make like mass changes at the back early on. We'll have to see how we get on. Hopefully in the Vanarama National. I've not even checked actually where we predicted to come for this upcoming season. Oh dear. Okay, that puts a bit more pressure on. I hope the board don't think that. What do the board think we should do? I've totally forgotten. Hang on, what am I doing here to check this? They're very pleased. Hang on, I've got to look at what is it? Competition performance. The Vanarama National. They expect me to finish in the top half. Okay. They want me to finish in the top half. Right. We'll see. My custom view. It's available on the Steam Workshop for anyone that's interested. I never link it, so you have to just type in Dr. Benji on the Steam Workshop and you might find it. But yeah, we've got a lot of potential in the squad. I mean, I think that's what's exciting about this team right now. We've not got loads of like first team starters ready-made, but we've got a lot of potential. Lewis Gibbons might be about to step out as well, actually. I'm thinking Gibbons, or do we go for Akuma or the Burn? Mikel Parker has become like 5th choice. Charlie Oliver's slotted straight in there. I mean, I've made some big moves. I think, actually, the Burn might be the best option at the back. I think at the back, that's probably our weakest area. In midfield, there's loads of potential in there. Like Chris Lawrence, I still think is a really good option in the middle. Of course, the likes of Adam Phillips now will challenge him in the centre, all being well. And striker-wise, we've still got Chris Thorpe. I mean, I say we need a striker. We've still got Chris Thorpe, who scored goals for us last year before he was replaced. But I don't even think he's on like a proper contract. I think it's just a rolling contract for Chris Thorpe. So, yeah. I'm a little bit concerned that we're supposed to come second this season, because I was looking through some of the squads that, of rival teams. If you use like Salford as the example, of course, we know them quite well, those boys. Apart from maybe Callum Goodwin, who's very good, they've got some like really well-rounded forward players. Like he's quite similar to Aggie from earlier on. Cameron has contributed. Thank you, my friend. Long live Kevin Lasagna. A message I can definitely get on board with. Thank you very much. Long live Kevin Desanya. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's so good. Bigger Imana. We had him at a club at some point. I'm sure we did. Maybe it was Thames. Maybe it was Salford. I can't remember. But yeah, like he's just another caliber of player. Like, I don't have anybody like him. If we compared him to our best midfielder, it's probably, I would say, probably is Lawrence. To be fair, Chris Lawrence, attribute-wise, the Greens dominate on sort of everything. I mean, mentals actually. Chris Lawrence is up there, but technicals, he's got his beat pretty heavily. Well, their goalkeeper, their keeper's not like dissimilar to ours. To be fair, defensively, I don't know if these are the starters for some of these boys. Who are their most valuable players? Tom Thorpe. See, that's just not fair, is it? That's like, he's a proper footballer, that guy. Ah, never mind. So we'll have to wait and see this season. Hopefully we can attract a few like good players. If we start the season well, I mean, that's quite positive, right? I guess, I don't know if you spotted it, but on the season preview, Alabusu is in there on the right side, Goodwin up top, Ollie Palmer. I mean, look at him. He's not the quickest, but mentals, like, he's very good. What about Leg in goal from Yeovil? Yeah, he's not bad either. And the wage-wise, like, some of these guys are pretty similar to ours. Callum Goodwin, as I said, is like on a massive amount of money. Should be a standout in this league, you would hope, anyway. Central midfield-wise, Charlie Wakefield. Like, we could, realistically, right, we could go after a few of these boys if we really want to, because we've got the money there available to us. Mitch Pinnock. Mitch Pinnock. For those that watch the AFC Wimbledon save, we had Mitch Pinnock. He's at Salford now, though, so I don't think we're going to be able to get him, but that's quite cool. And at the back, I mean, he's quite good, isn't he? From Salford. Do you think Salford would let him go? How much can we offer? We could offer quite a bit, like 100k. It's a big outlay for me, but I mean, when you're replacing Minivan, you've got to go big or go home, right? I mean, I'm noticing now a lot of these players are like Salford players. There's 5 Salford players in this 11. I mean, he's a good centre back from Carlisle. Have they got some good players? I suspect they probably have. Let's have a quick look at this. Ian Holloway's the manager. You've got to love that. Brian Little. That's not who we let go, is it? Oh, yes, it is. All right. Well, I mean, he's got good physicals, but as a striker, I don't necessarily think he's going to cut the mustard. Let's have a look by value quickly, who they've got here. And there's a few guys that we already recognise. I mean, he is very good. Central midfielder as well. He's got a bit of everything, hasn't he? George Glendon. Hopefully that we get battered by Carlisle and then we try and pinch a few of their players. I think going into the season, I'm not going to take the season like preview thing too seriously, but I do expect us to maybe be like definitely top half, pushing for the playoffs. Of course, this year, similar to last year, the top team get promoted and then one from the playoffs. So it's still very difficult to get out of this. I think getting out of it first year is going to be really, really difficult. Even if we do finish like 3rd, 4th, 5th, there's going to be some decent sides. Like we've just seen, Carlisle have got a good side. If Salford don't get automatically promoted, that's going to be tough regardless of what happens. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Some people don't know this, by the way. If you click the teams, you get to see all the information about what they've done this summer. So you can see that they've brought in quite a few players, Salford. Spent 74,000, right? That's their net transfer spend. We've not spent that much. It suspects we're going to play a 4-4-2, which we could do, but we're definitely not going to do. And yeah, some sides have like not spent anything. Some sides have made money. George Fowler sold by Wickham. Okay, interesting. The other sides that have been promoted, have got to be said, like these guys have been promoted. 4 teams came up, and we are definitely the favourite out of the 4 teams. I've got to think, like, that's purely based on the financial backing we had, right? I don't know, maybe. Thank you for joining me, everyone. There's 832 people tuned in. Much love to you all. Thank you for hanging out. That's very cool. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, yeah. Hopefully you're having a good afternoon. If you're off school or college this week, or maybe you're off work today, thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, drop a like on it. I watch Cultaholic, who do wrestling videos, and they do a like spike where suddenly everyone likes the video and it just booms up. So I mean, if you can get on that now, let's aim for about like 250, maybe 500 if everyone gets involved, and I'll see it come through live because I've got the likes total on this interface. The YouTube streaming thing has definitely got better in the last few years, I must say. It didn't used to be very good at all. Right then, let's see, what should we do next? We've got 2 weeks before our first game against FC Halifax, side that we faced in the Cup, you might remember, a few times. And team-wise, I'm pretty happy. But shall we take a look then at our... excuse me. I should have got a drink for this. Let's see. I'm forgetting where I am here. I'm going for this one. Squad depth. And then current ability. So this is where we're pretty strong. Goalkeeper definitely looks like it needs to be strengthened, right? Oh, like spike. It flew up there. Oh, we're nearly at the 250 mark. The like spike was true. Thanks, shout out to Cultaholic for the like spike inspiration. We're nearly at 300. It's flown up there. So is there anywhere in their viewers you think we definitely need improving? I think centre back we're absolutely fine. Midfield potential of the midfield's really good, so I'm not too worried about that. I mean, maybe we should look at it in this way. Like, the potential in certain areas is very, very good. But I still maybe goalkeeper. Maybe I need a new keeper. Maybe Harry Wright's not the one for me. And fullback doesn't look great either, does it, really? Oh, I'm a little bit nervous about that now. I wasn't overly concerned. I guess the problem with Cantrell is we've only got one left back. Or is it right back? We've got defenders that can play out there if absolutely necessary. Out wide, if Ali Busey gets injured, Harvey Neville can easily slot in, and on the other side, Callum Goodwin can come in, George Penny, James Sayer. So there's options there. So we're okay on that side. I say centrally, I'm absolutely fine. No problems with that at all. A few of you are saying left back. Thank you to anyone that's leaving kind words in the chat. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll try and read everything I can. It's difficult today, though. Nice to see so many people tuned in, though. Right. What do you do? Goalkeeper? Definitely a striker. I mean, striker's an absolute must. Left back, we definitely need more depth. Right, so, for those that watched my video where I talked about how I signed players at the start of last season, we're going to do a few of those techniques now and hopefully find someone who's pretty good. Striker-wise, we are trying to bring a couple of guys in. Tristan Abrahams is one of those. It's worth saying I'm looking for a few players here. So Ben Morris on loan in the middle from Ipswich. Sorry, in the middle, out wide from Ipswich. He could be a striker as well, though, actually. I can't remember if I'm getting him in as a striker or a midfielder. I can't remember. It was yesterday, now I'm not sure. And Paul Kershaw, he could be absolutely mustard, couldn't he, from Barnsley? Like, he would be the main guy up front. I don't know if I've shown him to you like yet. But Paul Kershaw, who just looks like on another level of striker for this division, would be so good if we could get him. Are other people interested in him? Tranmere are interested in him, so might not be so easy after all. I should say, for those that are watching live, this stream will last for about... crew have gone through as well. Will last for probably about an hour and a half-ish. I don't know how long we've been going so far, actually. Should we check that out? About half an hour, so... yeah, about another hour. I'm not going to play the first league game, I don't think, today. If we hit 1,000 viewers, maybe we'll do the first league game. How about that? But, yeah, we'll have to see. Right, Morris. Ben Morris. He's on loan. I mean, we're not paying anything to have him. So it's a little bit like, just get him in, and if it doesn't work out, whatever. I feel like at this point, we just need strikers. How was he doing last year? He wasn't prolific, was he? I think I was just attracted by his attributes. I'm going to delay it. I'm not going to do it straight away. I really want this Kershaw guy. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Let's big up how much we want him as well. Yeah, we think he's brilliant. We love him. Yeah, get him in. Try and get him in anyway. I appreciate everyone suggesting names, by the way. It's very difficult to go and look at every single player suggested. So I don't think I'm going to be looking up too many names. I'm sorry. Because if I look at one name, I have to look at all the names, to be fair, and I'm not sure I can do it. Right, let's keep battling on. Let's see what we need. Striker-wise, I think we're probably right. So let's focus on that a little bit. We'll see if anyone's been suggested who's good. No, of course not. Let's look at it based on attributes. In fact, let's do it a different way completely. Let's do it this way. We're an advanced forward type of team, so we're never going to get someone quite as good as that. So we'll go to the 10s. That guy I've seen before. Was he at Arsenal or something? I might going crazy. 14. I suspect this is how we found Abrahams or something similar. Where was he? Not Arsenal crew. Not Arsenal at all. Making it up. I know J. Emmanuel Thomas, but I knew it's A-J. He's obviously cool. Is he just called Andrew? He's actually called AJ. Alright. He's cooler than you think, viewers. Who knew? Matty Gillam, I mean, he looks pretty good, doesn't he? Free transfer as well. From Rochdale. He's not exactly been banging him in League One, has he? But at this level, he might be dynamite. What do you think, Matty Gillam? I mean, because there's a little bit of a delay, just write Gillam, yes, no, in the chat. We'll see what people say. We'll see what he wants. Contract, I mean, it's a free, right? So 1.9 thousand. It's not too bad. For a year, if I get on 1,500, which is about the average, I don't know. We'll offer a little bit more signing on fee because we can afford to do that. So we'll send that up to 5,000. And then we'll just suggest that. Nah, I'm not going to give you 1.8. That's daft. We still have a few people asking about George Green in the chat. He's still here. For 1.5. See, if you just stern with him and go, no, you're not having the money you request, you're having what I give you, then eventually they shut up, which is good. Any more names in there? Billy Mackay or McKay? I feel like he was Wigan. Yeah, Wigan. That's where I remember him playing for some reason. He was really good on the game a few years ago. A lot of people saying yes to Gillam, to be fair. A lot of people on board with that. I mean, Billy Mackay. I think, is it Mackay or McKay? I'm not sure. Mackay. Scottish names are very difficult. So I'm struggling with that one. I think it can be either. Oh! Alex Samuel is a name I recognise. Very pacey hitman. We had Alex Samuel at Thames, I think. Let's get a few of these boys scouted. He's quite good as well, isn't he? I mean, it just looks nice. There's a lot going on there. And he's got a bit of a love heart attribute graph, which I think we can all get on board with. Let's get these boys scouted. We definitely need to see if they're any good. I mean, first and foremost, let's see how they compare to what we've got. George Miller's pretty solid as well. But this is, like, again, this is one of my more favoured methods of finding strikers. You're not always going to get, like, superstar strikers, but you're going to get ones for the level that are pretty good, right? We'll see how those scout reports come in. Adam Phillips. I'm not doing it just for one player. I'm not calling an entire press conference. Not at this level. It's too much work. Getting people out of bed in the morning. Leave them be. Squad numbers. Oh, this is where things get tasty. Harry Wright earned number 1 last year. New right back, Callum Evans. Cantrell number 3. Number 4 to Brookwell, because he was here last year. He gets the precedent over Pozzo. This is where things get tricky, actually. I'm going to give the Burn number 6. Number 5, then. I mean, Mikel Parker's kind of earned it, so I'll give it to him. Number 7, I think Goodwin gets 7. 7 or 8 for Goodwin. No, I'll give Alabusi 7. Penny can be 11, because he wants that as well. And then we've got Goodwin at 8. Or 10. Oh. No, I'm going to go Goodwin 8, I think. Chris Lawrence is going to go in there as... Oh, see, this is where things have got interesting now. I'm not sure what to do with myself. Alright, no, Lawrence is going to have 8. And Goodwin's going to have 10. And then number 9, nobody. Nobody's getting 9 yet, alright? They can wait for number 9, you know? Jordan Slew can have 77. Bang, that's in there. Chris Thorpe. I mean, a lot of these boys, I don't want them to have 9. Hang on, how are we going to do this? Right, we'll just do it like this. And then, because I'm not, a lot of these names or numbers I'm not as bothered about. But then we'll make sure Oliver's not got 9, for heaven's sake. That's for our new striker. Whoever the main man is, he's going to get number 9. Right, so we'll just hold fire on that one, you know? We'll hold fire on that one. Okay, let's have a look. That's all sorted. Lovely stuff. It should say the balance, you might see there, it went down by like 1.5 million. There was reason for it. We didn't just have there wasn't a burglary. Improved youth facilities. Thank you, everyone. They cancelled, though, the training. The training facilities were going to be improved, and then they cancelled it through like lack of funding. I saw a comment on one of the videos recently that said, because I've got money to spend, it's made it a bit more boring, which I do understand, because like my other series have been a bit more about the struggle, and at the start of this series, Boston was a bit of a struggle. I guess the big factor in this is we don't know how much we're going to be backed as we go up the divisions. Now, if the boards start pumping in money all over the shop, then yeah, that's going to be great. But if not, we're just going to level out, right? And we're going to be the same, and the struggle's going to come like next season, going up to League 2. That's going to be a big jump if it happens. I mean, I say next season, in the next couple of years, hopefully. Because at the moment we're financially still like up there compared to the clubs at our level. So we'll have to wait and see. These friendlies are going through. I think friendlies for me, like some people use friendlies as a catapult into the season, but I choose them as fitness and money making. So half of these are sort of games that we should be winning against the likes of Boston Town. 3-0 winners, lovely stuff. Who's the favourite for this? Anyone in our... No, we don't have a striker. That's probably why. Luke James over at Hartlepool is pretty solid. I mean, he's a potential option for us, but maybe not. And there's a few names on here that we probably could go after, but you look at these guys. Some of the boys who've been scouting in the last sort of 10 minutes look. I don't know. In some cases, I would say a lot better than some of those guys. So if we can get them in, we're going to be laughing. And of course, we can offer a bit more money, so that helps. Tristan Abraham's knowing none of it. He doesn't want to be a part of the project, which is fine, mate. I mean, you do you. You do you. You do you. Not bothered. Get out of my face. But we're still looking for this striker. We should potentially be looking for fullbacks as well. I don't see that as a massive concern, because I do have a left back and a right back that I mean, they did good for me last year. Defensively last year, we were really good. So, oh, this is the best keeper in the league. George Legg. And he's got a great name as well. He's got an active 100. I mean, that's a lot to spend on a goalkeeper. But he would take me maybe to the next level in terms of goalkeepers, wouldn't he? We get him on like $3 a week. If he wants to join me here, viewers, we're loving life. And this is awful. I'm just destroying the competition. He looks to join a bigger club. You want to watch yourself, pal. We're going to fall out. Top player, Callum Goodwin, not in the list. Interesting. Very interesting. They've got quite a few players. Salford and Carlisle, we mentioned those two. They look like the teams that are going to be up there this year. We'll focus on a bit of this later on as well. I guess we need to be looking at fullbacks. I mean, Aidan Barlow was a player we looked at, but he wanted far too much in terms of wages. Unbelievably, he would have joined us from Hearts, but he wanted loads more in wage. So I'm not made of money for it. Tristan Abrahams, I mean, so hotly rated. 91 is the recommendation there. It'd have been far better than anything we've got. So we've definitely got to look for these strikers. I think we just need to wait for a few more scout reports as well, you know. We did make an offer. We wanted him. We liked him a lot. And then he turned us down. So I still think we need a goalkeeper, you know. I'm a bit worried about that. I feel like we might need a goalkeeper. I guess defensive fullbacks. Or like supportive fullbacks. We'll do a similar thing here. Jermaine Anderson. I mean, he's a midfielder. But see, it's amazing what you can find, viewers, isn't it? He's very well rounded. 25 years of age as well. He was playing League One football last year. We just don't, like, right now our midfield is pretty crammed. We just don't need more midfielders, really. Like, we've got a nice array of wingers right now. We've got, like, 4 or 5 wingers that are good. And defensively, centre-back-wise, we're absolutely fine. In fact, we've probably got too many centre-backs. In fact, Ben Middleton, oh, it hurts today. I just put him into the senior squad. Move to the 23s. Get him out of here. We don't really need him. Akuma, I think Akuma should be maybe starting. But look, you're going to get injuries throughout the course of a season, right? George Green has become a bit surplus too. We don't really need George Green. It was really just to stop Chester from being really good. And it worked. It was worth 60k in my book. So I might just move George Green on, you know. I know he's a bit of an X-Factor player, but you compare him to the likes... Like, we've got to think about what we've got now, right? And like Goodwin is just so much better than him. Like, it hurts to look at, in fairness. Oh, ruthless. So, I mean, actually, they're not a million miles away from one another. But I think... technically, we've just got a much better player. If I'm ever going to play an attacking midfield role, I'm not going to use George Green. I think we should put him in the reserves. Or the 23s. I'm showing my age there by calling them the reserves. Goalkeeper, maybe fullbacks. Tricky. I'm just trying to compare my squad to the squads of like the higher levels in this division. I really should be looking at the mid-table like squads and seeing what they've got, and if we're much better than they are. So if we go to season preview again and just look at a team like Hartlepool, who've been in this division for a few years, we'll have a few players I imagine of like decent standing. Liam Noble, see, like he's pretty solid. He's not a standout, is he? But he's not bad. But you look through some of these players, like we are far better than the majority of these. That guy was good. Luke Williams, he was alright. This is why I think the colours are so important. This is why I changed the colours for the lower leagues, because you can flick through and just see who's any good, and then it comes back to Luke James, who we know is decent. So we're better than they are, I would say. I mean, again, if you flick through my team, I think you would say that we're far more complete just by flicking through it. Like at a glance, you can tell. Ike Pozzo might be like a superstar this year. We're still waiting to see, because Brookwell's a good player, so we don't have to force him into the side straight away. Who's this guy? Free transfer. This must be someone we've looked at, right? Yeah, minor interest in Toby Edser. But again, this is another situation where we've got so many like midfielders. We don't necessarily need more and more, you know. No matter how good he is, do we need another midfielder? Okay. Oh, can you believe these guys? We've still got a week until our first game, over a week, so I've got plenty of time. So I'm continuing forward, but we have got loads of time left. Ryan Moore, right back cover. He's unspectacular, but as a backup, right? He's kind of what we're looking for. Release from Birmingham. Nicely well-rounded. Like marking and tackling's decent. Teamwork's very good. Physically, only agility's a 9. I think as a backup player, he's kind of what you want, right? He's up there. And for peanuts at this level, just for the season, I think he's a good addition. Paul Kershaw. Oh, can everyone get off Paul, please? I really want Paul. He's everything I want. He's everything. He's just a finisher. He's just a goal scorer. That's all I care about. He was banging them in the national. Well, okay, he got 9 in 28, but he's a year older now. He's going to be amazing for me. Please let me have him. A few other names in here, not worth looking at. I think we might need to look at goalkeepers, you know. I think goalkeepers might be this year's issue for us, because I'm going to regret looking them up if they're out there for me as well. Oh wow, we are struggling. This guy, Kieran Ihara. I mean, 25. Released from Lincoln. It's basically just Manchester United old boys this side. I mean, he could be very good. Okay! We don't have the financial muscle. I'll give you financial muscle, pal. You ain't got a job at the moment. What do you mean, financial? How can you criticise that? And what does it say you're interested? You're obviously not. Oh. Furious. Adam Bruce. I'm just concerned that in goal we don't have enough. I mean, some of these boys, by the way, are proper good. Like Jake Turner as well. He was very good. Harry Istled. It's a hard word to say, viewers. We're nearly up to 900 viewers. Hello, everyone. Is it time for another like spike? Another like spike. This is the fault of Jack the Jobber. Whatever. And Pachiti. How are we all? On a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat, number. I'm at like a solid 7.5 today, you know, which I think's fine, 7.5. If you're below a 5, I mean, hopefully that doesn't last very long. You don't want that, do you? Are these players we just looked at? He's rejected the offer. But trial, mate. Try. Just not interested. Just not bothered. Adam Federici, was he on the list? He'd be pretty good in the Vanarama National. Ihara, rejected the contract. Mate, you've got nothing going on. What do you mean? You've got nothing happening. There's some interest in our sides. Lots of 7s. The Jobber experience. I prefer that, actually. That's good. Lovely, lovely. That's an adequate way of describing how you're feeling today. Can I just say, a lot of people are above a 5 or whatever, so I'd love to see it. Sprained ankle ligaments, my man. Get well soon. Rough. That wasn't me doing a doggy impression. That was me saying it was. You get what I'm saying. Scott Fox. He's 34. He's not the quickest, but he's got really nice goalkeeping attributes, you've got to say. Like, he's got a lot in his locker there. He's playing for Ross County. How good are Ross County generally? They're alright. They're nothing massively special, are they? So it's fit into our level of football. I'm just thinking like where the Championship in Scotland compares to English football. Jake Turner on loan might be the option, though. Scott Fox. I don't know, Scott Fox is good. Federici, some people mentioned Federici. For a year. Do you want Federici for a year? I kind of do, you know. He's really solid. He can't really get off his line. He's not very quick. But Adam Federici, it's a lot of money as well. Isn't it? It's a lot of money. I have asked for an affiliate. We've got one, and I asked for another one, and they said no. Right, I'm going to be very, again, I'm going to be very firm. If you don't want to sign, mate, just don't sign. See, they've done it all along. Trying to con me out of an extra 500 quid a week. You make me sick. I should rescind that contract offer just for that. Very cross. See now, chat, or viewers, someone's just put in the chat. Meant to be at uni, but skip my lecture for you. That's awful, isn't it? What am I doing? I'm ruining the education system in this country, one person at a time. With football manager streams. Dreadful. Should be ashamed of myself, frankly. Shouldn't be doing it. Just never forget, viewers. You know, never forget. Avenge the fallen. What a pity. What a pity. Alright, we'll keep ploughing forward. I did say I'd go towards the first game. Oh, Ben Morris he's reared his ugly head again. And at this point, we've got to get him, right? We've got to just get him signed. He can play on the right as well. I really should have scouted him before now. I guess my theory is he'll just do nothing. I've had strikers like this that just do nothing. It's costing me nothing. It's risk-free, isn't it? It's risk-free. So, sure. Let's get it done. Kershaw, you... I mean, Crew are, to be fair, League 2. So, I understand it. As angry as I am, I do understand it. Mate, you'd have been a star for us. The one that got away, everyone. But I said this a few episodes ago, right? I said this a few episodes ago. That you've got to have these sort of players. Like this guy, right? Paul Gush. It's got to be on the radar. As we go up through the levels, he's got to be of note to us. We have to know he exists and keep a track of how he does at Crew this year. That's going to be massive. Because if he goes back to... where is he at the moment? Barnsley. If he goes back to Barnsley... and then they're looking to loan him out again, and maybe we've had a successful year this year, or we get promoted. We want him. We want Paul Kershaw. Let's see if there's any players similar to him that we can maybe get our hands on. See, that says a lot about Paul Kershaw's ability. That the only players comparable to him are Immobile or Haaland from Salzburg. So he's decent, you know. That's the long and short of it. He's decent. This guy at Hibernian. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Isn't he everything you'd ever want? Oh, he's next level. Can we loan him? No, we can't loan him. Can I buy him? Oh, 1.8 million. I just don't have it. I don't have it in the locker. I'll do anything. Oh, hang on. That's not anything. 50% of the wages. Well, we really are like destroying our club here. I'll give you 20. That's a lot, though, isn't it? 10k a month, no matter what. It'll be a first team player. It'll be a key player. We're never going to get him, but he's just so good. He's really good. It'd tear up this league. That's all I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking he would come in and tear this league up. But again, another player to have on the radar, you know. Another player to have on the radar. Benny Ashley Seal. I mean, there's no way you're coming to me because you're too good for me. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Let's offer a trial though. Oh no! Let's try and woo him a bit. Let's go. Oh, hello, Benny. And he's called Benny. I mean, what more could we want other than the fact he's called Benny? Who else is down there that we could maybe have a look at? Joe Tompkins. No, not the one for us. Zach Brown. Not terrible. Dylan. I mean, that name's too tricky for me, so I might have to just avoid it based on that. Is he actually available to us? Because he's actually quite good. And he's transfer listed. I'm going in. I'm making moves, viewers. Mark Devine. Mark Devine. What a name. He's a pretty good... I mean, admittedly he looks better because of the level we're at. But, like... I don't think we could ever loan him. But... Okay. Okay. It's such a subtle dig. We prefer him to play with good players. So, just shut your mouth, mate. Okay. Okay, fella. That's enough of that. Of course, we are professional now, so maybe I should be looking around. I mean, I've not actually done it at all. But do you think I should be looking around the international clubs on the off chance that they would maybe consider me? I'm thinking like some of the lesser countries, like Albania, the home of Andy. If they got anyone here that's potentially good. Is he a real person? He is a real person. What about the 21s though? Like we're looking for goalkeepers. Hello. I mean, look, some of these guys might be interested. We've got to keep an open mind. Hang on. I don't have all players loaded, so there's going to be less players for me to inspect. Hang on, who's this guy? Oh, I mean, what an experience! But I've heard of him. I remember from years ago. Austria. Any Austrian players that, you know, fancy a big move to Boston? It's probably unlikely. Right, I'll be realistic here. It's probably not likely they want to join me, but if you don't look, you don't get, do you? So, not a lesson I think you should take into life, viewers. Generally. Alright, there's no one there. Azerbaijan. Goalkeeper. Imagine if he finds someone in this little look here who's on another level. Wouldn't that be exciting? Fruity. I mean, most of these players I don't think are going to be too interested. I mean, look at him. Imagine him for us as the striker. Dino. And he's called Dino. Oh, come on. Imagine this. Oh, imagine if we get Dino in. Can you? I mean, he's never coming, is he? Let's face it. He's never joining us because he's in the Premier League of Bosnia. He's amazing. But can you imagine? I mean, they've accepted the offer. Let's just hope. Let's just sit and hope. That would be on another level. I'm expecting very little, but this is what you've got to do. You've got to take these little gambles here and there. You've got to see if you've just got to poke the beast, you know, because you never know. Okay, that's not happening. But you never know if one of these teams or one of these players will just think, do you know what? Yes, I want to live in Lincolnshire. You don't know, viewers. You don't know. I'm looking for the player called Dino now to come and rescue me. Because then it'll give me an excuse to play. I love the da, 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 da. I shouldn't do it because it's too accurate to the real thing. But I do love that music. So when people say, like, how do you get good players? How do you find good players? This is one of the ways to do it. Like, some of these guys at Estonia, right? If you're a top side, if you're a Premier League side, you're going to look at these players and think, no way. No way do I want any of these boys to come play for me. But when you're in sort of League 2, Vanarama National, you've got to be here. Obviously, ignore the big lot, like the big nations. Like, the French players are never going to want to join you. Never, ever. But we're just looking for that one man. Yeah. You get that? Good. Just looking for that one man who might be the key to all our hopes and dreams. You don't know. If you don't look, you don't know. That's, again, don't take that into life. Greece, I'm expecting so much more from you. I could look at their first teams, but I think that's probably pretty unlikely. This guy at Hungary is 15. I mean, not bad, is he, for a 15-year-old? I mean, he's got better facial hair than me, and he's 15. That's outrageous. Look at him there. He's very good. We're not going to be able to get him. I'm not really kidding myself there. There's a few players here. I mean, Hungary seems to be like, they've got a guy at Shrewsbury, so you've got to think about what the level is. Mate, if just one of these guys thinks to themselves, yes, this is what I want from the rest of life, then we're loving everything about this. They want Lincolnshire. That's what they want. They don't want to spend their days in Hungary anymore, right? They've seen it all. They've done it all. They've been to the museums or whatever else is in Hungary. Do we have any Hungarians in? No, I'm offended. I can only apologise. This guy, 18, Icelandic. He wants it. 82 grand. Let's try and negotiate 5 grand off it. He could be really good. I can't scout him though, so it's a bit of a gamble. So let's keep going. Was this the AF Wimbledon theme? It was, wasn't it? Never forget. Italy again. Ignore Italy. Kazakhstan though. That's what we're looking for. Kazakhstan. That one any good? Despite his injury. Kosovo. We're just because what you do is, right, you look at all these players, and equally, like, we're trying to build up a back catalogue of players that we've looked at. So at the moment, right, I'm going to know a lot of the players in these teams aren't really up to much, right? So far, I mean, he was quite good. There was only one there that was any good. Him. I mean, what I'm going to do, I don't necessarily think I can get them right, but I'm interested to see if they will, like, talk to me. I think that's what we want from this. We don't necessarily even want to sign players right now. We're just seeing who we're able to get. That's the key. Alright, hopefully this is what you've tuned in for, by the way. You've thought, do you know what I want to do? I want to watch someone scroll through players. Lan, I know Jack obviously went there. Oh, he's fast. You're very fast. Colin Johnston, you're very, very quick. Will you want to come and play Vanarama National Football? You what? I don't think so. But we'll get him scouted. Colin Johnson. Colin Joker, more like. Mark McGuinness. You kidding me? Oh, look at you. Ding dong. Where have you just been released from? A Northern Irish club. Look at that. He's an assist machine. Adam McCann. I bet he can. Oh, we're in. Yes! Yes! This is what we want. We're looking for the next Ben-Hur, someone's pointed out in the chat. That's what this is right now. Colin Mitchell. Glenn Toran. I mean, some of these guys are pretty good. We're looking for left-backs. Oh, hello. Hello, Michael Telford. We've been looking for left-backs, mate. Do you want to come and join the party? They're not accepting that. What if I up it by 20k? Oh, come on. That's a new bar for some of these clubs. Give me a break. We should look at the Welsh one as well. We might find a Welsh superstar. Oh, strikers. John Chambers. 16-year-old at Larne. How much? No! But okay, let's just see if he would talk to us for... Like, they're going to accept 90. They can't believe this amount of money's been offered to them. I mean, these percentage bits and bobs... Oh, whatever. Let's get in there. Right, let's... I'm almost tempted to go straight to Wales here. Oh, no, maybe Republic of Ireland. Because they've got some teams that... Like Cork, Thomas Brown, any good? He's quite well-rounded, but he's not necessarily, like, what we want right now. What about some of these boys? I mean, they're worth quite a lot. He's good there, isn't he? Blimey. Who's that? Mark Kennedy. Sorry. Yeah, he's solid. The next Ben-Hur. He's out there, viewers. We're going on a Ben-Hur hunt. What about Romania? Me and Romania have got like a house on fire in the past. We get some very good players from Romania. There's no way we can sign him. Let's try and sign him. He'd be nuts. No! Stop it! We could afford it, obviously, but then we can't really do anything else. Strikers. I did it for those that don't know about it. I did a save with Norwich City where we got a Romanian wonder kid, pretty much. I mean, look at him. He's going to be on another level. Called Tartaru from Romania. He was really good. Scotland! Scotland! Scottish people have just tuned out. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. It's a reflex more than anything. I still want strikers. Is this gang? Are you having fun watching this? Is this what? If this is what you came for, then you're going to be delighted. You know. If you're watching Jack's Leon save, you're thinking, I want in-depth action of preposterous levels. Well, I'm happy to give it to you. Okay, 1.4 piece. Someone mentioned Sweden before, so I feel bad if I just skip it. See, some of these boys are going to play in like he's going to be playing in like the Premier League of Sweden, so I think the chances of us getting some of these guys. Okay then, that's the game we're playing, is it? Let's see if we can mug Ben off. All right, Wales, where are you? Here we go. Oh yes, now we're talking. Oh, none of these players are going to join me at all, not even remotely. Oh, we had a dream. We're looking for the next Jeff Thomas, you see. Barry. He plays for Barry. Oh, what the mentals on him? Darren Richards. Darren Dix, we could call him. I just want him for that reason alone, have you? It's literally... Wrexham. I love Wrexham. What division are Wrexham in? Hang on. Stop this. Where are Wrexham right now? Stop this. Wrexham. League 2. Oh, come on. Forget Wrexham. Join me. Be a hero. Right, but again, on the radar, viewers. On the radar. On the radar. Get him on the radar. Beep. 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 What's that? What's that? I can feel it on the radar. It's only my trophy. Oh, everything went wrong there. For those that watch my stream regularly, you'll have enjoyed that. You bring the trophy and it all kicks off. Right, put that back on there. Oh, things are falling at me here. 19s. Barrow. I think my radar broke there. All my audio went off. Don't you apologise. Ding. Don't worry, I'm prepared to liven things up a bit. Things ever get a bit boring, you just hit them with a ring-a-ding-ding. A bit loud now. Did the music go up? Oh, sorry. I will fix the music. I'm going to type that in because there's a bit of a delay, you know. At least this stream's deliberate, someone put in the chat. I've seen it. I've seen your horrible comments. You've got a very valid point. Right. Okay, Ashley Seal in a Boston shirt. I think so. Remember when we did that about 3 weeks ago? Right, so there we go, look. Everyone's now putting turn the music down. I've literally written in the chat. Eyes. Focus your eyes in. Right, mine barely work because I've got to wear glasses. But you lot have got no excuse. So this is where the devastation comes in. What a waste of time. What was the reason we didn't get Dino? Dino, please. Dino. Think about it. Think about it. Dino. Dino. Right, I'll look at Brazil. We'll see if there's a Ben Hur. I don't want to do this. They're not travelling from bloody Latvia. They're not coming from Brazil, are they? Let's face it. Right, this is where Ben Hur was. He was sitting at the bottom of these. Oh, look at them. Look at them. Imagine if he was like, yeah, I'll come play for Boston. Can you imagine? 3 million. That probably ain't happening, that one. Let's rule that one out. I know. I mean, some of these guys just... not a hope in hell. Like, value-wise, you're thinking, yes, and then that happens. So I don't think we're going to find one who's amazing in these lower reaches. GOI, though. Who's GOI? Who's GOI? Second division. See, this is what we're looking for. Shall we look at Novo? Hamburgo. Yes. They've got no players. Brilliant. I don't think I've got Brazil loaded at the start, actually. I tend to load Brazil when I get to, like, League 2. But I don't have Brazil loaded right now. Jose Roberto. See, look at him. Come and play for me. 4.9 million. I'm not. No. Don't be so preposterous. They've only got 3 players. Oh. No wonder they want to keep him. No, I don't want to look at first division teams. No, I've messed this up completely. Second division sides. That's what we want. Second division sides. Like this side. Yes, now we're talking. The teams that have just got no self-respect. No, not. Sorry, that's not fair. Not no self-respect. Just they've got nothing to play for. Let's face it. Self-respect was the wrong terminology to use. CBR. Dankler. I mean, is there a cooler name out there? Darley and Dankler. I mean, Platini, Darley and Dankler. What a club. What a who is this? Oh, is it Chapecoense? Oh, that's amazing. Amazing team names there, by the way. I think they should have to have names that are like that. That's Chapecoense, though, isn't it? They're amazing names. Darley, Platini, and Dankler. Dankler's a great name. And what's his real name? It's actually Dankler! That's the coolest thing ever. Imagine being called Dankler. Oh. What about Darley? He's actually called Darley. Platini. Surely not. Alright. Oh, wait, no, it's in the middle there. Amazing names. I love Brazil. Brazil's great. This is where you get Ben Hur from, remember. This is why you've got to love Brazil. Because you get your little Ben Hurs out there. Oh, imagine if he just said, no, forget the Brazilian beaches. I want to move to you. He's got a release fee. Get it. Get him. Get him now. I love those names. So many good names. I want... Oh, look at you. Are you bored of where you are right now? Do you want to come play for me? 8.25! Get out of here. Just leave. Just leave the screen. Oh, come on. Right, we're going to have to get English players. It's a disaster. Alright, fine. Oh. I mean, they've actually... There's no longer... Oh, God. Has he just signed for them? Oh, no. They're getting even better. Dankler. What a name Dankler is. Find the next Ben Hur. I'm doing my best. Azam McCann. He wants in. Let's see what our... No. None of these things. Let's just offer him 10 grand to join. He's such a rude guy. Well... No, we can't do that. Oh, we want Dino. We just want him. I really want to sign Dino. Because he's just got... Not only has he got a good name, he's got a good attitude. I can sense it. You know? So these teams, these players, sorry, just don't want to join us. I'm confident in signing Dino. Right. I don't know why. Try again. They've accepted it. Dino, come on, mate. Please. Oh, Dino. You do. You want to join. Apparently, Juve have got first option on him. Brilliant. That's what we want, isn't it? That's not annoying at all. Whatever. We're still a bit striker light here, viewers. I've got to say. That's a bit of an issue. I mean, we are trying to get in 15 strikers. So that will help the situation. Michael Telford at left back. I'm all for that. From the Crusaders. Did I even offer him a contract, or did it just capitulate? I can't remember. Hey Ben, working in Norway, watching you on break. Thanks, my friends. Aha! We finally got someone. Matty Gillam. We were kind of talked about him as a backup, didn't we? But I think at this point we're a bit desperate. So in he comes. Benny Ashley Seal wants nothing to do with me, but he's the sort of player, right? This is a classic example of what I was talking about before. Classic player. Doesn't want to join now. Won't find a club. And then we sail in there. And he's ours. You know? 943 people. If we get 50 more people in, gang, we'll do the first game. You know? That's the way I roll. Shall we tweet it out to try and encourage others to be a part of this fantastic stream? Hopefully there's a few of you out there right now that are watching that haven't really invested in Boston yet. Maybe you're waiting to binge watch it. I know a lot of people do that. They wait a little bit and then all of a sudden, kaboom, there you all are. Hopefully this is encouraging a couple of you at least to think, yeah, actually, I'll give this a go. Because I do think it's a fun journey. We've just been promoted as well, so we're getting higher up. We just turned professional. It's a good time. Still live. FM19, hashtag Boston Boys. Hashtag transfer. I'm all about the hashtags today, blimey. Hashtag transfer window. Boom, shake of the room. Boom, 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 shake the room. If you've got any questions you want to ask of any importance, I'm more than happy to engage and answer those questions. I've just tweeted it out, so if you want to go on Twitter and retweet it, by all means do. Oh, hello. Party time. Adam Federici. Now, even if we don't play him every week, I think from a purely leadership standpoint, it's a fantastic option. So he's in. He's in. That's 2 signings back-to-back there, and with loads more news to come. Oh, all the players I wanted that I couldn't get. See that Billy Mackay there? 46 is his recommendation. 46. Thank you to everyone that's retweeted it, by the way. Much love to you all. Hashtag friendship. Right, I think Chris Lawrence should be Capitana. And then the Burn can be his secondary there. But Chris Lawrence is going to play a lot of games. So I'm making that choice quickly. It's little thought necessary, right? When you know, you know. Ryan Moore, fullback. No, see Millwall. What are you doing getting involved? Michael Telford. They've rejected the offer for Michael Telford. You are joking. Let's get a scout report on him. Let's bid like one. This is quite a big outlay for us. 110. Unacceptable. I'll give you unacceptable, pal. I'll just offer the full shebang. And I'll tell you what's unacceptable. Is there any other strikers, actually? I think Crusader strikers. This might be the ticket, you know. In this division, we just find the best striker on offer. You know? That's how easy this is going to be for me right here. Rodgers. Do not ruin my day. Do not ruin my day right now. This is too important. Do not. Right. There's going to be a cross Ben if we don't get. I mean, look at the state of this. He's already got a hat trick. Aiden Rodgers. Viewers, are we looking at this? Are we locked in? Do not let me down. Who's the other one next to him? Colin Dallas. I mean, the name alone is... No, I've messed it up. The name... Get back here. You are joking. You are joking. You play for Crusaders. Aiden. You play... Oh, you play for... Oh, come on. No. Why? We want him. No. Oh. Come on. Come on. Where is this Dallas kid? Let's get him in instead. See if he's got some morals. Aiden. Oh, they're in. He's out. He wants to join immediately. Look at all these little chestnuts that have possible. Oh, looking to join a bigger club. Do you know where you are? Sorry for shouting, everyone. Sorry for shouting, but do you know where you are? Don't be ridiculous. Lincolnshire's lovely. Alright? It's lovely. A bigger club. What do they even mean? I can't believe it. I can't believe the pain. Oh! You're not really interested. Yes, well, I'll offer you a very good offer. You'll get the best offer of all time, Aiden. Just be willing to chat to me. Alright? As friends to begin with. I've swiped right, viewers. Is that the right way to swipe? I've never used Tinder. Is that what you do? I've swiped right. I love him. How good's Federici, by the way? Oh, actually, that's not bad. Adam Federici. It'll be the backup for now. I mean, it means we can get rid of Harvey White, who's just taking up space, to be honest. Matty Gillum up top through the middle. Oh, we don't want any of these ones. We want Aiden. First it was Dino, now this guy. I don't need to do a press conference, right? Federici's here now. Why would I talk to the press about it? Oh, rubbing it in. Look at all this. Infuriating, viewers. Sorry if it was a bit loud there, gang. I've got a bit cross. Ordinarily, you wouldn't see this bit. This bit would be cut out. Right, let's go look at the Welsh Premier. Because you're not telling me the Welsh Premier are producing amazing strikers. Or maybe you are, look. Now, if you... Oh, you... Like, as if you've got a lot on. Oh, 500 quid. 500 smackaroons. Get him in here now. Get him in the office. Let me have a chat with him. We were not travelling, so get over here. It's a long way to go. The train's a nightmare. You've got to go through Birmingham, probably to Bristol, and then make your way towards Cardiff, and then just figure out where on earth you are. Any more of these guys' regens? Because I'm not interested in these real people. Oh, you're the only one. Mark Fletcher and Nicky Lambert. Nah, Fletcher, innit? It's all about this guy, Mark Fletcher. It's all about you, sunshine. Okay? The music has taken a strange turn. I don't know if anyone else is aware of that. What about Scotland? Scotland. Born in Scotland. Hey, pal, let's see what's happening in League One. Surely there's no good players yet. I don't know, the accent's gone. It went all over the shop there. Derek Wilkie. Oh, he's on loan from Kilmarnock. That doesn't even count then, does it? Any other regens? Just chilling out in the Scottish First Division. Kevin Hendry. On loan from Kilmarnock. A Kilmarnock? Just why? This music's putting me off, viewers. I'm not going to lie. Stressing me out. Move on. There we go. 1.5 million budget. No, not anymore. Not remotely close to that. Gallagher from Queen of the South. Look, is it Queen's Park? Not even Queen of the South. This guy. Michael Oh. I can't believe the Crusaders play. Mark Fletcher. Yes. Longer contract, 3 years, get in the van, done. That's how you do it, viewers. I don't know if he's any good yet. Just hold fire. We'll see. We'll see what the star rating is. We found this live. This is the best bit. This was a live finding. You know? This could be the next Ben-Hur in our midst right now. You know? This could be it. Unbelievable. Thank you for the support, everyone, tuning in. I can't believe there's... I'm genuinely shocked. I thought there'd be about 400 people. That was my guess before I started. There's nearly 1,000 of you tuned in. So hello, everyone. It's a pleasure. This is today's episode of Boston Boys as well. So if you were hoping that there'd be one later on, the disappointment is real. 6 to 9 days. All right, Harvey Neville. You help yourself out. Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. We've got no idea how good he is. There's literally no way of knowing other than that he banged goals in Wales, right? Hot prospect, in the van. Let's take a look at this. If it's half a star, viewers, then there's going to be a little bit of disappointment on my face. Ready? Here it comes. Oh, yes! This is like an up-tempo version of my intro. Now let's play the Boston music. Yes, Mark Fletcher, bum ba dum bum ba da dum ba dum. Mark Fletcher, bum da 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 da. Mark Fletcher, da 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 da. Mark Fletcher, bum. Oh, he's got 5 as a first touch. 5. Regardless, what a player! Oh. So much going on. What was his passing? Oh, viewers, I've just seen it. I was distracted by the other ones. All right, he's in. Tristan Abrahams is on the transfer list. He wants out now, does he? I see what's going on here. I will happily get you on board. Down. Mark Fletcher, everyone. Welcome him to Boston United. As he goes straight up... Where is he? Mark? Oh, there he is. Whew. Boom. In the van. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Yes. We're happy. If this is a success, as far as I'm concerned. Shut up. These players that don't want to join. I've got the man that did, alright? None of these guys wanted to join. Forget him. George Green, not justifying his wage. Whatever you say, gang. But lovely stuff. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Boom. Sounds a bit Basil Brush when you do it like that, doesn't it? Let's do the press conference. Delighted to bring Mark to the club. He's very good. I thought I've just said that director of football is very good. He can make a contribution right away. I've been entrusted with a budget. It cost me £500. Viewers, we could have funded that ourselves. We could have brought him in for that. It would have not been a bother. Exeter have bid for Neville. Get out of my face. We did make an offer, yes, and he was a moody little never mind about it. Neville wants to discuss future. Now what? Surely you don't want to leave a team as together as ours. Oh, apparently he does. Alright. If they put another bid in, you can go, Sunshine. How much? 150,000. Alright, fine. 110,000. Yeah, fine. That covers our transfers for the window. £500. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Oh, a few people still want Dino. Look, Dino's one for the future, alright? Imagine if I hadn't saved him. By the way, I totally forgot about that. Bloody Norris. I'm on auto saves. Be live for an hour and a half. Oh, what a delight, though. Yes. Mark Fletcher in the van. Chuffed to bits. Have you called Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher yet? That's a good point, you know. I haven't. Hopefully they'll be fine with it. He's not a millennium baby, is he? So it's not as important. He's just a regular human birthday rather than the millennium baby. A lot of pressure on the millennium baby. Let's take a look at this then. A few other players have come in with the old scout reports. I just missed that one. Was he good? Brilliant. This guy, has he ended up at Burton? Have they actually bought... Oh, brilliant. That's gone well then. We definitely should have got him, by the way. He would have been a good backup player. But I was holding fire just in case. But we'll add these guys to the shortlist because they could be released in a few weeks or months or whatever. Jermaine Anderson. He's very well rounded. He's got a lot of nice attributes there. We'll see if we get him on a reasonable contract because I might look at getting him in. Not interested. Luke James from Hartlepool. Again, you never know. Backup striker one day. Centre back, not much going on, so leave that one. Ryan Moore. We're still trying to get him in, aren't we? No, what? Did he reject our contract offer? He went to Millwall. Brilliant. Wait, is he in there under 23s? That annoys me more. That wasn't a pun, by the way. Whatever. Do you know what we'll do in a minute, gang? Because we've not really done this yet. Is we'll look at loan signings. And we'll see if we can get an unstoppable loan in. Yeah? Let's have a look. There's still time to bring in someone majestic. So let's make our move. Get all that. Right. Let's see who's on offer here. Oh, hello. Oh. I was excited for half a second there. Oh, hold the horses. Hold the horses. He's Kosovan. David Cartwright, the Kosovan. He's very fast. Again, if he's a free, then you ain't got much to lose, have you? I would get these goalkeepers in, but when Adam Federici's in there... Oh, look at how good he is. What a disaster is about right. The lyrics there was very active. Bit worried about how happy you are to snatch up an 18-year-old in your van. I never said he was in the van. So that's your mind doing that. So, look at yourself. Right, gang. Is there anything else that needs to be done? Oh no, I've taped my tooth and lipstick on. That's alright, we're fine. Easy to get off there. He didn't even want to be here, did he? That's the worst part. I don't really need left wingers, but it'd be quite exciting to get him in. He's fierce. Fierce. Alright. I don't think there's much else that needs to be done. Shall we ask the board? Shall we cheekily ask the board for more wage budget? Guys, can we have some more wage budget? Because we've really not got enough here. No, it's really important though. Idiots! I mean, thanks board. They've said yes, they're in for that. In for a penny, in for a pound. Should we do a trial day as well? Oh, come on. Oh, yes! Let's do a trial day. The wage budget has increased to how much? 54,000! So there's 20,000 more put on the old wage budget. I should have done this about 3 weeks ago. Goodness me. Dino. Where is he? Dino, where are you? What was he called? Shit, this guy? No. This guy. Yes. Right, Dino. You wait for the package I can offer you now, sunshine. 10 grand a week, not a problem. Oh, shut up! What do you mean? This guy, this Dino, oh, this stupid prehistoric prick. Alright. How much can we offer now? That's a rotation player, remember. I think he's a good player to bring in, you know. We've got a lot of midfielders, don't get me wrong. But we do have a lot of midfielders. How many do we have, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't have a lot of midfielders, really. Jordan Slew is like here because sentimental reasons, not because he's really good. A little bit similar for Mikel Parker, to be honest, who could be moved out of this. I'm going to have to streamline a bit. Oh, Mikel Parker, that hurts a little bit. I just think Jermaine Anderson's got a lot of nice qualities. No. Just you've got to remember, pal. You haven't actually got a club at the moment. So how about we do that and that and 2 years. Boom. Come off it. Get rid of this yearly, this promotion wage rise. What rise can get out of there? Getting an extra 200 quid a week is not a problem. 24 grand for a free transfer as well. Let's big up Alabusi. Let's criticise Jordan Slew. You should never criticise Jordan Slew, but if you criticise one player, the rest of them think, oh my god, he's never seen the training. Oh, Dino, please. Hang on, where are these Crusader idiots? Where are they? Get some of these back on the van. Aidan Rodgers, let's have another chat, mate. How's that sound? Let's get him in. Right. Listen to me. I've got more money than you can shake a stick at. What do you mean, no? I can't believe this. What have you got going on there? Oh. He's everything, this kid. He's everything. He's everything you could possibly want. I mark my words. He will play for me at some point. Aidan Rodgers. Your card has been well and truly marked, my friend. Oh, yes. Right, Halifax is our first game, and that is where... So let's take a look. Oh, we're very close. 25 away from our first game. In the chat, do you want to see it or do you want to wait? What do you want to do? I'll let you lot decide. Why not? If we hit... let's change it up. If we hit 700 likes, we need a like spike beyond all recognition here. If we hit 700 likes, I'll give you the first game. Alright? There's a deal. That's a fair deal, I think, as well. Get on that. I need to see a like spike happen. A cultaholic-themed like spike. Get all over that. Right. Oh, we're nearly up to the 1,000 as well, to be fair. We've almost got it. Ah, I want that defender. I want that striker. Aidan Rodgers. Oh, Aidan. Please, Aidan. To be fair, we're nearly at the 1,000 viewers, which is madness. If we see that like spike, you know, it's going to be flying up there in a minute. We've just hit 560 from what I can see there. It's motoring. Motoring, I tell you. Unbelievable. Nearly at the 600 mark. This is next level. 623. We're flying up there. It's looking good for it, viewers. It's looking good for it. Right then. Look at the potential on the bench. We're loving life these days. Ben Morris, can't believe he's not getting a start here. 656. It's flying. It's motoring. How many subs do I get now? Still just a 5. Oh, goodness. Alright. Like spike. Look at that. It's flying. The like spike has boomed there, viewers. Alright then. I'm going to give you it. Because I can see you want it. I can see there's dedicated. There's a want for it out there, you know? Log on to alts. Okay, viewers. Welcome to our first match of the season. What can possibly go wrong? Mark Fletcher up front. All the boys are raring to go after a very successful transfer window. I will, of course, re-go over the players that we've signed. But this was a stream just for the masses. You know, hopefully you've enjoyed it, gang. We should probably do more of these over transfer windows. I genuinely didn't realise there'd be so much desire for it, but it's cool. Right, let's play our first game. Why not? And let's hopefully give you a win to go home with. You know, let's try and give you a win to go home with. The Burn's going to be a ball playing defender regardless. Oh, 6 though, 6 ball. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to take the bold move of changing that the day before the game, which might be a mistake. Poacher time for Fletcher, because he can't do link-up play. It's not happening. Okay, gang. So, I need a, in actual football, pause it. In actual football, when you announce the player and everyone goes, hey, I need that in the chat. Alright, it's important for the boys. They need to know the supporters out there for them. At home to FC Halifax today. Number 1 in goal, Harry Wright. Chat, did you know? Number 2, Callum Evans. Number 20, I should say. I messed it up again, everyone. I'm so sorry. We're back. Just. It is working. I was very gentle there. Number 23, Charlie Oliver. Number 6, The Burn. The Burn. Number 3, George Cantrell. Oh, yes. Number 4, Niall Brookwell. If you're watching this on the pre, you go just do it in your head because you can't hear anything. Number 8, Chris Lawrence. Number 10, Callum Goodwin. Number 7, Ryan Alibayusu. It's very difficult to say. Number 11, George Penny. And, he's not been given a number yet. The new number 9 for Boston United, Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher. Bum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum. Mark Fletcher. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. Mark Fletcher. Oh. Where is it? The lineup's ready. The chat's gone wild. Ben Morris needs a number. But the new number 9, Mark Fletcher. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. Mark Fletcher. Okay, gang. Kicking things off. Boston United versus FC Halifax. Our first game in the Vanarama National. The nerves have kicked in. But we owe FC Halifax after last time. They did beat us, actually, in a cup game. So, I do remember. Here we go. Mark Fletcher. Okay, cut that out. Here we go, then. First game of the season. It's a good team talk. It's a good start, viewers. That's something we can be proud of. And into the games we go, then. As it's all to play for here. As the Boston boys take on the Halifax Hads. It's a bit like lads, but the H. Oh, here we go. 950 people plus tuned in. The likes have gone through the roof. We're flying here, gang. Thank you to those that supported with a little financial contribution earlier as well. Much love if you're still here. Thank you. Right. Let's see, how can we go here today? 30 minutes on the clock already, and it's been a very patient play from both sides. But we are dominant. Possession-wise, shots on target. I mean, you might think change it around, Benny Boy, but no, we're not going to change it around because this is a good start. The balance of play right now, it's all us. So it's been an exhilarating first half. This is why I edit the videos, viewers, because sometimes nothing happens. Yeah, great. What a half of football. Telford are holding Salford, though. That could be big, remember. Them and Carlisle, we suspect, are going to be the big teams in this division. So a very exhilarating first half. We've seen little from Mark Fletcher. What's that, Ben? Mark Fletcher. Stop it. Right, here we go. Mark Fletcher. Dum, dum, dum. Dum as Fletcher gets it underway. Back out for the second half. I thought your haying pre-game would have had more of an impact as Goodwin shoots from distance. Oh, he's at the bar. I think he's tipped it, I think, there. He's just tipped it. All right, still at 0-0. We're going to go slightly more positive. With a home side, let's try to play on the front foot a little bit more. Let's encourage, let's demand a bit more from the lads. They love that. Focused. That's what you want to see. And, of course, there's options on the bench if required as well. We can change things up. As so far, here we go. Throw in. It's Mark Fletcher. Referee! Francis, it's a red. It's a red. He fouled Mark Fletcher. Fouled Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher's on the ball. Fletcher goes for goal. He's at the post. Oh, who hit the post, Ben? Mark Fletcher. Chance. Throw in on the far side. Cantrell to Mark Fletcher. Back to Cantrell. Ball played in. There's players there. Lawrence, can he get the shot on goal? He can't. Penny scores! The money man, George Penny, with his first goal of the season. Our new left-sided player. There's 15 minutes to go and it's Boston United 1. FC Halifax 0. It wasn't him, but we can always change it dependent on the player name. George Penny. George Penny. What's happening? Dave Bobson, excited for Marky Flarky. Thank you for the £4 donation, my man. Very kind. Mwah. You didn't ask for that, but you got one anyway. I appreciate that. Madness. We've scored a goal. Throw in free kick. 10 minutes gone. Or 10 minutes to go even. I'm all over the shop here. They're down to 10. 5 minutes left to go on the clock. Ben Morris is coming on for who, everyone? Who? Mark Fleck. What is happening? Robbie Burton's going to come on for Goodwin as well, which will make a little change up in the midfield. 5 minutes to go. Let's see. Can we hold on for the win, viewers? There's a highlight. 10 men of Halifax causes all sorts of problems. Lawrence, though, picks it up. Alibiosu, we've not seen him so far this game. Cuts inside, plays a beautiful ball out to Cantrell. On the left-hand side as Penny picks it up, the goal scorer. Back to Burton, the substitute, and now Evans, the replacement for Minivan. Never forget, viewers, never forget. As Penny goes for a goal, he should have scored, viewers. He should have pissing scored. I said pissing there, that's very rude. Bleep that out, Benny boy. Too late. And that should be game over, viewers. 30 seconds over the allotted 3 minutes. And it looks as if Boston are going to get their campaign off to the perfect start as Ali Busu goes out wide. Cantrell, still time for a second here, perhaps. Cantrell, ball inside, cleared away though. Brookwell, is there still time, viewers? You never know. Evans, if you can whip the ball into the centre. Oh, not this time. As the final whistle blows, it's Boston United 1, FC Halifax 0. And the unbeaten run from the Boston boys does indeed continue. That's what you want to see, viewers. A dominating display for this first game of the season. And to wrap up today's stream, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed yourselves, viewers? There's about a 30 second delay, but I'll wait. At the perfect start. I mean, a clean sheet, a 1-0 win. And when you consider our unbeaten run towards the back end of last season, we are motoring our way to maybe another promotion. Who knows? Lovely start. Penny with a goal. George Penny, the man of the moment. That's what you want to see from him. And, yeah, even with 8 finishing. Not too bad at all. Yes, we should probably do more of these. Would you like to see more of these as well? Maybe you would. That is going to bring things to the end today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you again very, very soon for more Boston Boys. A pleasure as it always is. Look after yourselves, gang. I'll see you soon. How do I end this? What do I go on?
Mark Fletcher. Ba, 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 ba,